All right, welcome back, fifth graders. We are here with Module 4, Lesson 26, Problem Set. The objective today is that you're going to be able to divide a unit fraction by a whole number. And what we're talking about as an expression is having like 1/2 divided by 4. That is what we're kind of focusing on. Remember, unit fractions are the fractions that have the numerator as 1 and then we're dividing them into by a whole number. So let's get started with the first one. All right, let's start with number 1a. And so the instructions at the top say they want us to draw a model or a tape diagram to solve. We're going to use this thought bubble over here to kind of show our thinking as we walk through the problem, and then we're going to write the quotient, which is the answer to the division problem, in the blank. So we have an example to kind of, model our 1a off of. So 1a is they have 1/3. So let's model what 1/3 would look like. Now, this would represent our whole, and we're going to show 1/3 by doing 2 lines. And then we'll go ahead and kind of, you can lightly shade with a pencil, or if you have colored pencils, you can color in this one piece right here. Now, we have this 1/3, this is 1/3 right here, and we wanted to divide it in 2. We want to divide this 1/3 into 2 pieces. Now, we're going to go ahead and just take the 1/3 that we colored and just split it in half. But we also need to do the other thirds that are not shaded. And so we are looking for now what new fraction do I get? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shade this one piece right here. What fraction does this little piece now represent? What fraction does that represent? If you look at it, you have how many total pieces? You have 6 pieces, so 6, 6. All of these 6s would equal a whole. So one of these little pieces would represent 1/6. So the quotient is 1/6. All right, let's go ahead and do 1c. So we have 1/4. So we're going to model 1/4 first. So you're going to do your tape diagram. And remember, this tape diagram is going to represent one whole, because that is what we need to show first, and then we need to show now 1/4. So that means we're going to take our model and break it up into 4 equal pieces, and we'll go ahead and shade that this technically represents 1/4 right now. So we have 1/4. Altogether, we have 4/4, which would equal 1 whole. But we want to take this 1/4 and divide it into 2 pieces. So if we went ahead and split the 4th in half and then all the other 4ths in half, now we want to see, okay, now how many pieces total do we have now altogether? There are 8. So 8/8, all these 8/8, there's 8 of them, would equal 1 whole. Now we just want to figure out, okay, what is the new fraction? What is just one piece equal? What fraction? Oops. What fraction is one piece equal? Well, that one piece right there is a fraction of 1/8. And let's go down to D. And actually, let's go back to C, because what we could do is we could multiply to check to see if our answer is correct. We can go ahead and say, all right, 1/8, multiply it by 2. When we multiply 1/8 by 2, that's like 1/8 plus 1/8. That would give us 2/8. Now we're seeing normally this would actually match. This would actually match this 1/4. But this doesn't right now because it's not in simplest form. So we're going to go all the way back to when we were simplifying fractions. Remember, we were looking for factors. Factors of 8 and 2 will help us figure out what number to divide the numerator by and the denominator. So the factors for 2 are 1 times 2, That's the only one, or the only two. For 8, we have 1 times 8 and 2 times 4. And we'll stop there because that's the 4 factors for 8. Now, which number do they both share in common? Well, they definitely both share 1. We can circle that. And they also share 2. And since they share 2, we're going to go ahead and take that number 2 and divide the numerator by 2, the denominator by 2, which then 2 divided by 2 is 1. 8 divided by 2 is 4. So this 1/4 is also the same thing as 2/8, but this 1/4 matches the dividend, the 1/4 in the problem. That means our answer 1/8 is correct. All right, let's go ahead and do the next one. We have 1/4, divide that by 3. So we go ahead and do our tape diagram, and we're going to go ahead and say this is our whole, and we're going to model what 1/4 looks like by doing 3 lines, and I'm going to go ahead and shade in this 1/4 right here. Now this one little piece that I'm shading needs to be divided into 3 pieces, so we need to do 2 lines, and 2 lines in all the other fourths. Now we should have how many total pieces do we have all together? Well, if you count, this had 3, this had 3, this had 3, and this had 3, so that means they have 12 pieces, 12 twelfths equal a whole. So what is now the fraction for one of these little pieces, the first one? What fraction is that? Well, that's going to be 1/12. 1/12 is our quotient, our answer. We can check by saying, okay, 1/12, let's multiply it by 3. Does that give us 1/4? Well, 1/12 times 3 is 3/12. And 3/12 doesn't match this 1/4 right here. So we need to do our factors of 3 and our factors of 12. So easy ones for 3 is 1 times 3. And then for 12, we have 1 times 12, the easy one. We know 2 can go into it because it's an even number, 2 times 6. And then 3 times 4, obviously. And so the biggest number they share, the greatest number they share is 3, which means we can go ahead and take our 3 that we just circled and divide the numerator and the denominator by 3, which gives us the 1/4, which shows that this matches our problem. That means 1/12 is the right answer. All right, let's jump down to 2. 2 is dividing the fraction by a whole number and then multiply to check. And we're going to see patterns, just like we saw patterns on the last video or the last lesson. We're going to see patterns here. We're going to start with 2C. And the pattern is, okay, well, 1/4 divided by 5. So think of, you kind of went back. I'm going to do a model for this one really quick. You don't need to do it, but you can kind of just watch. So I'm going to show 1/4. And so I need to do my whole. And I need to now go ahead and break it up into fourths. And I need to go ahead and kind of just mentally in my head just shade. This is this 1/4 right here. Well, if I have to break it this 1/4 into 5 pieces, I'm going to go ahead and do 4 lines. All right. And so now you can see I have 5 pieces, and there should be 5 pieces over here, and 5 pieces over here, and 5 pieces over here. So if you think about it, if we're doing 5 pieces in every fourth that we just created, how many pieces, total pieces, do we have? Well, there was 5 here, and then another 5, and then another 5, and then our last 5. So 5 times 4 is 20, which then will help us figure out, okay, well, what is this fraction? One of these little pieces represent now. Well, that's going to be 1/20th. And so that is our fraction. That is our answer, our quotient. And then kind of the trick is, here's kind of what you need to remember. When you have a fraction divided by a whole number, your answer will always be a fraction because the number that was before the division sign was a fraction. Now, just kind of as a side note, if we actually had to solve 1 or 5 wholes and we broke them into fourths, the answer would actually be 20 wholes or 20 pieces because 5 is a whole number, our answer is a whole number. That's a little trick to remember. And then how do we know it was 20 besides, me sharing with you kind of how we broke it up? Well, the little trick is 5 times 4 gave us 20. Same thing with over here. 4 times 5, that gave us 20, and we knew our answer had to be a fraction because our 1/4 was a fraction in the beginning, so it is 1/20th. So we're going to go ahead and go to D. D is you have 1/5 divided by 4. Well, I know my answer is going to be a fraction because my dividend, my 1/5, is a fraction. The trick is take these two numbers, the denominator and the whole number, multiply them together. That will give you 20ths, and then one piece out of 20 20ths would be 1/20th. That's the little trick. Same thing with 1/8. 1/8 divided by 2 will give us an answer as a fraction. Well, the trick is 8 and 2, when you multiply them, would give you 16. And since it needs to be a fraction, it's going to be 1/16. And then H, 1/10 divided by 10. Remember, this fraction is our dividend. It's going to be our answer as a fraction. And then 10 times 10 would be 100. And then the fraction is 1/100th. So pretty easy when we find some patterns and little shortcuts. Oh, I just realized we forgot to multiply to check. It's always important to kind of do that step. So let's take 1/20th and let's go ahead and multiply it by 5. And that will give us 5/20ths. And now here's where we would list our factors for 5. So we know that 5 has 1 times 5. And then 20 is going to have 1 times 20, 2 times 10, 4 times 5. So I'm kind of right now just saying it kind of out loud because I don't have enough room. So the only number they share besides 1 is 5. So if I divide the numerator by 5 and the denominator by 5, 5 divided by 5 is 1, and 20 divided by 5 is 4. So 1/4 is our matches the dividend in the problem. Let's go ahead and do the next one, 1/20th, and we're going to multiply it by 4, which is going to give us 4/20ths. And so the biggest number that 4 and 20 both share, if you were to list your factors, like factors for 4, 1 times 4, obviously, and 2 times 2, and then 20 is going to have quite a few, 1 times 20, 2 times 10, 4 times 5. So the biggest one they both share is the number 4. They share 2, but you always want the biggest number as well. So that means you're going to divide 4 and 20 by 4, and that will give you a simplified fraction of 1/5. I had to squeeze that in there. Let's do ahead and do 1/16. Let's multiply that by 2, and that's going to give us 2/16. And the only number besides 1 that we can divide 2 and 16 by is the number 2, which would give us 1 as the numerator, and 16 divided by 2 is 8, which matches the problem. So, and we'll stop there because I will tell you that 1/100th is the right quotient. And for the sake of time, let's not check. Let's go on and do some more problems. All right, let's tackle this word problem. Remember, what I'm doing, you have to do on your book. Helps you kind of keep notes, and it's great when you want to use them on a test or a quiz. So here's the question. It says, Tasha eats half her snack and gives the other half to her two best friends for them to share equally. What portion of the whole snack does each friend get? Draw a picture to support your response. So let's go back and kind of reread and mark it up. Tasha eats 1/2 of her snack. So I'm going to go ahead and circle half of her snack and put the fraction 1/2. Gives the other half, so let's circle that and label 1/2 on top. to her two best friends for them to share equally. That kind of tells you that we're dividing. They want to know what portion of the whole snack does each friend get. Also, for the word portion, I want you to box it, and underneath it, I want you to also write the word fraction, because portion also is another word for fraction. They want us to draw a picture to support our answer. All right, let's start. What we're doing here is we are technically, since Tasha takes one half of her snack for herself and she eats it, that means it's gone. And she gives the other half to her two best friends. So the division problem is saying we're going to take that one half of her snack that she has left over and she's going to give it to two of her best friends. So drawing a picture, we are going to represent this tape diagram as her whole snack. This is considered one whole snack. So we split it in half because we're told that half of her snack is eaten. So this is probably the one that we don't shade in. The other half is given to her two best friends. So let's go ahead and shade in lightly with a pencil or with the color pencil or a highlighter. That's what she has to share with her two best friends. And then what do you do with that part that we just shaded? We're going to split it in half. One piece is going to go to her one best friend, and the other piece will go to her other best friend. And she also, for the modeling purposes, we also need to split the other half in half again. So now let's ask ourselves, what fraction or what portion of Tasha's whole snack will one friend get? So what fraction is that? This right here is going to be 1/4. So the answer is 1/4. We can check to see if 1/4 is correct by doing 1/4, multiply it by 2. And so 1/4 times 2 is 2/4, but it doesn't match 1/2 yet. We have to now divide it, simplify it. And so the only number besides 1 that we can divide the numerator to and the denominator 4 by is the number 2. They each can be divided by 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1, and 4 divided by 2 is 1/2. So this matches our dividend in the problem. So let's go ahead and write our sentence. We can say each friend gets 1/4 of Tasha's whole snack. Period. All right? Make sure you have that sentence. Remember, all word problems need to have a sentence because they're asking you a question and you replying back by saying 1/4 doesn't really answer the question.